It's okay. I'm gonna close up.
Baboucarr, welcome back.
Thank you.
Baboucarr, bismillah.
May I remind you that you're still under oath? Before the break, you told the commission that you ordered the IGP to investigate the matter. You received no investigative report, correct? Correct?
Yes, please.
You received no briefing about investigative progress? Correct?
Yes, please.
Everything was dead silence. There was no state investigation. Correct?
Yes. As we go, let me just mess it up.
What did you say?
As we go along, joint investigation. We'll come to that.
We would come to that. But prior to the arrival of the Ghanaians, the state did nothing to investigate this matter. Do you agree with that?
I'm not aware of that investigation.
In essence, the state made deliberate efforts to cover up these killings.
Correct?
Well, from all indications, that's right.
But this was not just the higher levels of state, the president and the others. Even at your level, you all succumbed or you all participated in the cover-up.
The mere fact that we didn't talk to the public, yes.
Even when you spoke to the public, you all lied about it.
Yes.
Including yourself.
Why not?
You too lied about what has happened. True or false?
Okay, true.
And let's listen to one of the lies that you have made about this. Sorry. But these lies even continued. These lies continued even after Yaya Jammeh has left this country. True?
What?
I said that the lies continued even after Yaya Jammeh left this country into exile.
That's no lies. That's distorted information.
Mr. Jatta, that is in fact the definition of lies. When you distort the truth. Who is this person?
I gave this to...
Who is this person?
That's me speaking.
Good. And you are talking to who?
Umar Wali.
Umar Wali.
Let's listen. As a minister, the case was never brought before any commission. The case was never investigated. So whatever we get to know, maybe it could be side talk. But we know that Skoro had been murdered, we attended the burial and so on.
So you are not privy to any information?
No. Whatever I said here.
In July,
Then say it's not something you can...
In July 2005,
yes,
Ghanaian migrants were murdered here, almost 45 of them.
Correct.
What do you know about that?
All we know, they are migrants. And what then I was the interior minister. And all we know they should be deported back.
What was the circumstances of their death?
At that point in time,
yes,
the matter was not being investigated. But I got to know that the Ghanaian Foreign Affairs, who is then now the president,
Mahama,
was frequenting this country, but I have never met him.
Nana Kufu. Okay, never met him.
I have never met him.
But
but he used to meet the president and the former IG.
As the interior minister, what was it? So 45 people cannot die in your country, and you don't know what was the cause of their death.
That's it. Who killed them?
That's why I'm asking you.
This is one question also. Whom do we told to find out? Those are the grassroots level.
You should know better. You should have interior minister.
I think now that the president is here, the foreign affairs used to come here to investigate. He used to talk to the former president. They should have just said, okay, put up an investigative team.
So
they handle at their level.
So you want to tell me you don't know any information regarding those people?
I know that they were arrested here as migrants.
Who arrested them?
I think the Interior or NDA, the Interior and the NDA at the border.
That is under your purview.
Yes, and we deported them.
But how can you deport somebody who died in your country?
If you don't know how to send him back, are you going to deport people by plane? We know how we do about it. The way you go back, same route out.
So you are admitting that you killed them?
No.
Okay, then explain that will make me understand what you are saying now.
All we can do is, if we get you, go back by the same route. Linda Park through Senegal.
What I'm saying here, these people, they might have passed Senegal and other countries to come to the Gambia.
Yes.
But they die in the Gambia. And you are interior minister at the time.
Yes.
Yes. Now you tell me, what happened to those 45 people? 45 people, I see a huge number.
They say they don't know what happened. And I don't know what happened. If I had known, would have been the platform to investigate.
Now tell me, you are not willing to tell me, but I'm going to clear it at the commission. TRC.
If they call me to the commission, I'll tell you what I know.
So why not you say that what you know with me?
That's going to be press trial.
I'm not trying to.
That's press trial. That's what I'm saying. Only need to know basis. There's some things you go in for it. That's other things I go in for it. Not so.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jatta, I'm sure you recollect that interview.
Mr. Jatta, njikira nyinna ko nying kacha nying aketa wado men hakilo samuda nole.
Correct?
I gave it to your chief investigator.
You may have done that, I don't know.
But it has been circulating.
But I have received it also through my own sources. But for whatever it is, you told the public that these Ghanaians were deported. That's what you told the interviewer, that the Ghanaians were deported.
That's what I told you.
What?
Okay, allow me to comment on this.
No, just answer the question.
I told him yes, they were deported.
You told him they were deported. But you knew that was a lie.
That is not an information for him. How can somebody walk out upon the pressure we have received since I left the interior? You killed these people, you killed these people, and he was pursuing me for the purpose of interest. The Englishman said in economics there's no free lunch. He sold this to Fadu Network.
Did they serve you tea or coffee?
He did not even serve me a penny. And he wanted to talk to me, and he wanted me to give me full information, and he spread it to the people. I told him that I have to swear by the Quran to say the right thing. That's press trial.
Mr. Jatta.
And it went on Fat Network, and he made a lot of money about it. Next moment, he called the BBC to interview me. I refused.
Okay.
Just please put this aside.
Okay.
Let's be serious. We are coming on the right track.
When you said
that
these people were deported, that was a lie.
That was a lie. From me.
Yes.
Yes.
It was part of the deliberate effort to cover up what has happened in this country.
What is most essential with Omar talking to me? You see, you are most important to me than Omar.
But of course, Omar and I are all the same. This is not personal. This is the commission.
I was not under pressure to talk to Omar.
Okay, you are under pressure to talk to me.
Here, it's a legitimate matter to talk to you.
No, but let's just deal with the issue, Baboucarr.
I accepted. That's the only answer he can get from me.
Okay. It was not true what you said.
Yes.
Press
trial.
They were not deported. They were killed in this country.
Hold it. Because I told Marina at this stage we cannot take care of them. They are
you told who?
Marina.
That you what?
You cannot hand over these people to us anymore.
But they were already
yes, let's come. I'm
under your custody.
Yes, yes, but what did he tell you? These people are going to leave the country. They will deport them. Along the line, with the security, now we are all involved.
Can you talk through the microphone?
Oh, okay, sorry. I got distracted sometimes. Yes?
Yes, what?
Said they're going to send them because we are not prepared to take them.
They
use our facilities. Now here's a situation. They use our facilities. They mess us up. They're not with us. Things are with them. We are not involved. They suspected the IGP.
Of what?
Telling us the truth. Sorry, here.
Yes.
The Inspector General of Police was not very sincere with us.
Police wasn't he a jungler before that?
He spent all his life at the State House.
And
those who made progressive appointments or rapid promotions all came from the State House. Every morning, IG, where are you? I'm at the State House. So, towards the end, there were so many problems. I have no control over the IGP. I have lost my moral authority as far as I'm the minister. I was the minister.
In reality, who was he reporting to?
The President and Commander-in-Chief. Sorry. But for the other service chiefs, they live under my control. When I come them, they come running. Except him.
And you didn't like that, did you?
I hate that. No, Council, even our fuel that we allocate to the police, he said is wrong. Do you know whom they was told to share the fuel for us? Finance Minister. I told the finance officer, pay him to him. Then all the operations will stop. When 2 of my officers had a problem, the DG Immigration, his deputy. You know why the case went to?
You have to allow the interpreter.
Oh, okay. You know why the case went to? The President's office. And it was given to the NIA. I called Hydra, who was then the DG. DG or Deputy IG? I said, what's going on that I should not know? Why are you handling this case? Next moment, they passed the matter to me. We have this TIN number, tax identification number. The cabinet level, it was supposed to be NIN, National Identification Number, handled by the Department of State for the handled by the Immigration Department.
NIN wo akule me yalon ko telenyan tamara layla do ku bundala je men ya bondi.
I sent the DG to Dakar.
Na DG ki Dakar.
At least to talk to the Senegalese.
Right, dear Senegal in Koli.
See how they go about it. This was on a cabinet approval.
Risaje mbekulu sambala nyami adun cabinet fonde sonta nyinna.
Usman Sonko knowing fully well that IGP is going to DG is going to Dakar.
Usman Sonko yalon ko DG kata Dakar le.
While they were on their investigation on this Ndur Cham matter,
ribe kisikisiro la nyin Ndur Cham kola.
They sent General Umpamendi to Amdalai. Amdalai is that General?
Yeah, General Umpamendi ki Amdalai.
Arrested Boom, beat him seriously.
Tatambu muta ya bute buternya sagara.
Over the week and put a hood on the head. And he has an official document.
Ko utumo kaito memba.
You are responsible.
Mbejumale mutala ko wolem
Suman.
Suman.
The permanent secretary.
Let me ask you.
Let me learn.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Does or did the IGP have command and control over General Umpamendi?
For IGP police no. For a county maralo sort of Umpamendi can never.
Umpa is just a state guard boy.
Mpamus kantarla mansa kantarla the state guard.
Be careful now. He retired as general.
General Makamol Babu.
Ranks higher than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but the question is, who sent Umpamendi?
Umpamendi was at the knowledge of the IGP.
Umpamendi kile along IGP.
Who knows that?
But you know that.
So it's only Sonko who knows that Mbub is going to Dakar.
But
you know that Umpa would not take instructions from the IGP.
About from the investigation team. Sorry, from the investigating team. CDS,
Lantombo,
Sambu, DG
NIA,
and the IGP.
IGP.
If the IGP knows that Mbub is supposed to travel to Dakar, when they did this, the PS called me, PS permanent secretary. I called Usman Sonko. I said, by Monday, let's all go to the president and you tell me why Mbub was arrested. He was released. But as a Samaritan, he was saying, look, let it go, look, I've forgiven them.
The question I have is, Sonko did not have any authority to deploy Umpamendi. And obviously Umpamendi would not take orders from Sonko.
But how did you know that Mbub is traveling?
But you putting the question on the wrong issue. The issue is, who had the authority to deploy Umpamendi with such orders?
That committee has the right to call upon anybody and arrest anyone.
Do you know that Umpamendi never worked with that panel?
Only then it must be the president who gave that orders. Who told the president that this man is traveling?
Why did you say the president?
Because he's the Alpha and the Omega.
And you know he was the only person who could have ordered that. In fact, it's not could be. That is the case. That's why your mind went to him. Okay.
He was released in Atabula.
But that aside,
okay.
Let's come back to this particular issue.
Yes. I've now landed on that side.
Yeah. the government had a deliberate policy of silence and misinformation when it came to the killing of the Ghanaians.
Mansakunda ni sartol le finde sarta mi alon ko sarta taunte sartol le mi alon ko me sujita nyim ko molla ko.
Yede e buka kuma fo moy.
Yede man kuma fo la ko.
From all indications, yes.
Taman serol membe ya itandi wala keta.
Your departments, which was supposed to investigate, failed completely to investigate.
Ile bunda me alon ko wolle nyanda nyim molla ko kisi la. I boytale partima I man molla ko tay ma kisi.
Sure.
But not only that, they went to make deliberate efforts to destroy and distort documents.
Andu itata le fanan ka taunte ya kon kataka sedan joran ulta ka ul beta ke betinya.
Which side? NIA, police or interior?
Karajuma, NIA, police or interior?
All levels.
Fanabela.
It could be that document would not be there.
Have they ever asked you for any documents?
No.
Ani?
Do you know that the documents in the police stations were removed?
The diary was not signed.
How
do you know that?
There was no information on the diary.
How do you know that? Do you answer now?
When I crossed during our tour, you know, we went by Caravan. I asked for the document, there was nothing.
Which diary?
Diary Juma.
That's always a police diary. Anything that happens.
Police only buko soto ka fo me diary ko kundin keta police on na karwa police station or kasabe.
Yeah, that's at the Bara.
And Tatabara.
It is to say.
When did you go to Bara?
What did you Maitara Bara?
I think during the tour we went on a Monday.
Na me taman taman kono tata ngulta tenen lungole.
When did you arrive in Bara?
Nunjumala la fura Bara.
Could it be second ferry also?
Asike ferry fulanjang wala tati.
Which Monday did you go?
Tenen Jumala al Tata.
July 22nd was on a Friday, not so.
July karotil morning from Jumolti.
The following Monday you went to Bara.
Allow Tena member on al Tata Bara.
And you asked for the diary.
I said, how about the issues of this migration? We all accept that they have been taken. They were the NI took charge.
Nanyin karo kan ko nyi luntan tamala la ko be ka nyaadi le ka mo be yalo ne ko NIA la labanta wolle bulu.
Whoever was there, police officer was, I can't remember, but was not happy.
Membe je police of la karola bare amari man se wo fereng.
So it was like, well, leave it to them.
Abela ko drong ha woto ala bulu bulu.
And then
because it was not recorded. I don't know whether if it's recorded, I've not seen that.
Mantara safari njede malon fu ya safari barbitu nte nyamaje.
Baboucarr, are you giving us imagined facts or are you giving us real facts?
Be fanna miro le dikan na bang foi be tonya keso men ko fo man kete bol dikan.
My first point of call was the Bara police station.
Na nyinin kar follow mu Bara police station olti.
And tell us about that visit.
Silang afonya kumpa boro nyingo
afonya. To ask him whether was it recorded.
In fact, I
said, this thing has happened here. I hope you have some details. He said,
no,
the case has been handled by the NIA.
You see, Baboucarr, you know for a fact that the diary was disappeared. That is why you are giving us this information.
I am telling you from my end.
Somebody asked, do you know that the diary was disappeared?
I don't know that it has. Was it recorded in the first place?
You see, the only reason, Baboucarr, you are bringing this issue of recording in the diary is because you know that the diary does not exist. Yes.
Then that's
you know that the diary has been disappeared by the police.
It's not there.
You know, exactly. You know that there was a government operation to disappear that diary. You know
that. But if I had to...
You know that.
How about if they change the diary?
You know that.
There are instances where you ask for something, they said it's not in the diary. They change it sometimes.
And on this occasion, was it changed?
It was new.
Did you inspect it?
No, I did not inspect it for sure. Already it was at the back of our mind that the NI will get all the information.
You see, Baboucarr, this is very strange. This is very strange. This event happened on the 23rd on the morning, which is Saturday. All right? By Monday, there was no plan for a government cover-up. Correct?
Yes.
The facts are just emerging. Correct? So you would not go to Bara on that Monday and start inquiring whether this has been recorded in the diary. Because at that stage, there was no nexus between the migrants and the killings.
But I have the list.
But it always suffering kaito membala.
If I have the list,
but
I should not be worried about going to the diary.
You said, when did you receive the list?
Monday morning.
When did you go to Bara?
It was the same day.
Exactly.
So I'm satisfied with that information.
So what I am saying is, you did not inspect any diary.
No, I was trying to pacify them, talk to them nice. But already I have my list. What am I going to inspect in the diary?
Exactly. So when you told us, that it was not recorded in the diary, you're not speaking from knowledge on that Monday. You're speaking from knowledge from the period you guys decided to cover up.
Unless the station officer tells me.
It's not, it could be.
Tell me if
that is the truth.
They have recorded it. Fine.
Baboucarr, listen. You have to listen carefully.
I'm listening.
Just allow me. And you have to allow for the interpreters to land.
Okay.
Otherwise, you would give an answer to a question when you have not even had the question fully yet.
Okay.
When you told the commission that you went there and you inspected the diary, that was not true. You agree? You did not inspect the diary.
Take all that information. Look, wherever I go, we go through the diary. They show me how they do things.
Mr. Jatta.
I did not go specifically for the purpose of this migrant. They will show me how they record things. When I get to know, police depends heavily on their diaries for information.
Baboucarr.
You want to push me to that side.
No, listen.
I am telling you,
listen.
I did not pay attention to inspecting the case of the migrants, but they will show you their diaries and how they record it.
Okay.
No, it would be removed if they had recorded it. And the chief police officer there will not talk if he is told to shut down.
Baboucarr, that is quite a somersault on your part.
Okay. What should I have done better?
No. You did not inspect the diary. You did not. Correct?
Anyway, that was a diary. I went through the diary. They saw me. I did not even flip-flop it. You want to know how many days in a day, how much cases do they record? It's not for the purpose of transferring the message to me.
Okay, Mr. You did not inspect the diary for the purposes of determining the content, correct?
I went through. I don't want to talk about in language. Flip-flopping a diary to see what's going on is quite different from paying attention to some information that you are looking for.
Baboucarr, it would be painful and difficult if you talk over the interpreters. I cannot hear what the interpreters are saying. I cannot hear what you're saying. I won't be able to question.
The honors is yours now.
You have to exercise discipline and you listen.
Right. Sorry for that.
Okay.
With your hand, if I am going too far. That's what you are doing.
I have, well.
Okay, we have to look at this. Today, this is a different man. We don't expect everybody to toe the same line. Or else we'll keep a step ahead of the lines. Pull me back.
Sometimes it's funny.
We are here at least to talk amicably among us.
Sometimes it's funny.
Yeah, for sure.
But when it's overdone,
you are going to put me through. If I'm going to the grass, pull me back.
Well, you frequent the grass too much.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Good.
Sorry for that.
Tell the commission the truth. You did not inspect the diary.
Okay, yes. But now let me tell you what I...
No, listen, let me continue. When you told the commission that you inspected the diary, you went through it, they showed you how the entries are made, you checked how many entries are made a day, that was not true.
Birigo commission ye diary ni ya yele ya jube ya itandila ila lungolu ila kole ke nyame ye kika kis jelle so tilo kono yandu ke da kol tamandi nyame alo mukumukande de mialon ko amanke tonyadi.
Okay. Yeah.
Answer, that was not true.
Tonyante.
And let me warn you, don't lie to the commission.
How many times you have been repeating to this lying on the commission?
No. I have to. I have to. You have accepted. No, you have accepted just a moment ago that you told the commission something that was not true. So I have to warn you. Don't do it. Answer these questions truthfully.
All right.
This whole idea that these names were not recorded in the diary is derived from your knowledge that the diary was subsequently tampered with.
Could be. And it's tampered with. It was tampered with.
Well, welcome home.
Yes, but who did that?
Welcome home. Now you are accepting that the diary was tampered with. This is something that you knew.
I told you the diary there was Newton also.
But it does not matter whether it was new or it was old. You knew that the diary was tampered with. And
there was no recording of
Ghanaians.
Exactly.
How did you know that?
If I recorded, we would have the names there.
How do you know they are not there?
We went through it. They flip-flopped. They showed me the diary, how many cases. And by the time I went, it was 3 days later.
I am confused. You told us now that you did not check the diary.
I talked about the inspection. You said that was a hard word. I said I flip-flop through the diary to see how they do things. And in most cases, you must have some chance to look at some areas. So I call that inspection. The wrong English I've used, tense that I've used, or what?
You told us a little while ago that you did not look into the diary. You did not look.
Go. Sorry.
Maybe it's better if you speak in Mandinka.
No.
Because I can't understand. In 5 minutes, you've contradicted yourself 3-4 times. Let's do it again.
Okay.
Baboucarr, you are on the oath.
Sure.
Did you go through the diary?
I went through the diary. They saw me. It was not I myself lifting the papers. They saw me what they do record and how many people, how many times they got cases.
If only there tandina kalero lubonyoto andunka itandina ikakulu safenya men ani yekulu nangamo men safeji.
Well, you just told us that you did not do that.
No, you're moving me from my position. That's why if you move me off from my position, you are obliged to get the wrong thing. If I said I have inspected the diary, I've looked through the diary, I've gone through the diary. That's just enough. But I'm not going to go by number the whole day. How long would I spend going through all these cases that they are recording?
Do you accept that you have just told the commission 2 minutes ago that you did not inspect the diary, you did not go through it, you were not given all that thing you said you went through? Do you accept that you have told the commission 2 minutes ago that you did not do that?
I'm trying to paraphrase my sentence.
If
I go this way, you knock me that way. If you continue like that's going to be change of statement. If I go to, what do you think I should do at the station force? Because you have more knowledge than I do.
Baboucarr, this is not about me.
No, you have some information that you are not telling me. But what we are saying, we cannot go over those statements one by one. They flip-flop. I assume that I have gone through the diary.
Baboucarr, you did not see that diary.
Okay, fine. I don't see the diary. Maybe somebody told you that I did not see the diary. Why should I go to the station for what? I want to see the press on label.
You went.
If you want to know,
did you go to that station to?
Why should I not go to that station?
Did you go to that station to inspect their diary?
No, I'm going to. Now that we are going to move out of that inspection, I visited the station. I should visit that station to start with. I want to know how much pressure are on them, because everything is recorded in the diary. We see how much cases they have been taken. You
insist, I'll give that to you. You inspected the diary.
I have to go through the diary.
Okay. Okay.
What's the right terminology? Inspection or go through or which one?
It's both the same. Did you look for entries about the Ghanaians?
No.
Okay. So how do you know that there were no entries in the diary about the Ghanaians?
I have a list. Those people who were at the Bara, combination of police, NEA, NDEA,
police, NDEA,
immigration. So if I get the list as soon as possible from someone, I'm satisfied.
Answer my question.
Yes.
The question is, how do you know that the Ghanaians were not recorded on that diary?
If the police were told not to record it,
Niko police ole kana safe.
It's not there. It was not there.
Atije amantaraje.
Baboucarr.
That's to say
You did not look for that.
Maybe. But already, anyway, I have something. What am I going to look for in that diary?
Baboucarr, isn't it the truth? Just hear me out. Just wait for the question. Is it not the truth that you knew that the diary was doctored? You know that the diary was falsified.
Yes, anything can happen to that diary.
We are not talking about what can happen.
Yes.
Just listen. You knew that the diary was falsified. And because you knew it was falsified, you're giving us this information that the names were not there.
The mere fact that I have the name of those Ghanaians in hand, I think it's just enough.
Jesus Christ. Why can't you just answer questions asked? I am not pinning you.
I am telling you, that's not hard and fast rule to answering questions. Now, sometimes you take from me, you just have ears for detail. You will know what you really want from me. I am telling you, I am not interested at that point in time to pay that particular, to focus and pay particular attention to that diary. Already, what I needed from that diary was the list of names. And I had it already. Why did that list of names come from? Unless they told me that somewhere else.
Baboucarr, you knew that the station diary was falsified.
Police station on the diary.
Could you answer now?
When they come,
could you answer now? Yes.
I cannot tell you how it comes that they moved the diary was not recorded. But I'm telling you one thing. We know that if we want to cover up on certain issues, just keep the diary away. We know the tricks. Just have ears for detail. The only way we can cover up things is to remove the diary. I should suspect that it was done. But already, whether they burn the diary or not, we have the list.
Who removed the diary?
I did not find out.
But you know that the diary was removed.
The mere fact that that thing was not there.
Yes,
it has been removed.
But how do you know it was not there when you did not check to see it was there?
And that's it. Who knows what was being said there? Don't record it. But when the NI recorded, we also get our name. Thank God we did not cooperate there. I wouldn't have got a list.
Baboucarr, as Minister of Interior, what happened to the rest of the detainees?
Yeah, the rest of the detainees. There were incidents when the Ghanaian Foreign Affairs Minister came here. He said there was remnants of Ghanaians at the police line in Banjul. He has come for them. Those ones were also handed over because he met the president with the Inspector General of Police.
When did that happen?
When we came back from the tour. The Ghanaian Foreign Affairs was here for the first time. When I was informed about this, the former Foreign Affairs Secretary of State, Balagay, he requested that I should come down for a meeting. I said no. 6:30 p.m.
We are
so tired that I can't drive back. If the man will wait for me, I'll come tomorrow morning. We couldn't agree, so I told the minister, I said, you hold the brief for me. When I came back, I went to him. He said I was supposed to be a joint investigation committee with the Ghanaians. This was discussed with the Ghana Foreign Affairs Minister. He said, okay. He said this was also, the man met the president. They all agreed on to that. That did not go on well.
What were the problems?
George was the council. George Christensen was the councillor for Ghana.
George Christensen, atelom Ghana la council timembijannu.
I had the opportunity to talk to him. I met him at the police headquarters. Going to the police headquarters.
I
told him that, George, all this is happening. Why don't you inform me? Come to me and please we sit down and talk. He said, no, a crime has been committed here and the IGP is the target.
Should
report to the IGP. He said, did he inform you about my trip? I said, no. Okay, I'll find out from him. When I went back to the office, I called the IG. I said, come over. He came here. I asked him, I said, George said that there's more to these problems. Investigation, and that he has come to you. He told me, yes, he came to me. Okay. I said, why didn't you inform me? He said, George did not present a list. I said, but a case of this nature, I should know. It did not happen. So I called George. I said, hence, you are sending all the note Bible to the foreign affairs, and these people are frequently traveling. If it won't be a problem, let me have your number so that at least we liaise. I'm going to make sure that it is done. And I told him that before the Ghanaians come for this investigation team, give us 2 to 3 days notice. To prepare my men. But for the meantime, we want to know the composition of those men and their ranks and appointments. So that we can also have those names and ranks for the purpose of the investigation. We agreed. And I informed the IG. This investigation, I don't know what's going to be the composition, what's going to be the highest rank from the Ghanaian end. But let's have a forensic expert in between. Forensic expert an immigration officer. Immigration. A nurse. All these are coming for a purpose. But what is the methodology? How are we going to approach the problem in Senegal? George, you're going to help us how we go about it. Or when they come here, we're going to sit and we discuss this. Days later, I was called around, that was in the afternoon, that the Ghanaian investigation team here ready to go to Dakar tomorrow. I called George. I said, By now, that investigation should be our guest. Our guest.
Bari ñing kis-kisir la luntang lu melu nata ñil ñantan kelante lela luntang lu.
You receive these people at the airport without the police presence.
Ni tay ñim molu dia airport kay bentung police la moti je mambo akalama.
May look funny.
Asike kuti me ya lonko asike jel ku nya baloti.
But as at now,
bari say
let's keep them here for 2 days.
While
we prepare ourselves
by
providing per diems for our men, an air ticket, and to clear their presence in Senegal. You told me that the Ghanaians have done that. But I said on the Ghanaian side, who is going? You don't have the name yet. So I called the IGP. I said, get this man ready. By the time the Ghanaians land here, nothing was done. They will not also stay for two days or so. So the other time I met the president, I said, unfortunately, these people are not waiting. I don't know what's the problem.
Wasn't it the case that the Gambia government was obstructionist?
I may
sense that because the Ghanaian Foreign Affairs, I could remember frequented this Gambia twice. I was never invited. I was in this country.
But as Minister for Interior, the fact that you never received a single report. For all those units that were under you, doesn't that suggest that you never intended that this matter be investigated?
I thought this was the moment that we should open up.
Why don't you answer my question?
I have not in hand. But already
you received no report. Not from the police, not from immigration, not from NDEA. Doesn't that suggest that you are not interested in knowing the truth about what was happening? Or that you already knew the truth and we are not interested in the truth coming out?
We were busy then backbiting. Why should this matter be given to the NIA?
Or wasn't it the case that you were also busy doing the cover-up by disappearing the diaries and fabricating evidence?
Well, I have the belief that if the investigation had been launched, there were professional police officers in that team, this would come out. Let me tell you.
Do you in fact know that even amongst the police, those officers who intended to carry out an investigation were quickly removed from their positions?
I
was not aware of it. But I had the intention to tell the IG. Let's conduct our own investigation, sit down. It was what we finally discussed because the matter was not in our hands. We are not going to take over the responsibility of something that handled by one institution, do their own thing and hand it over to us. I think they should just complete whatever they have. If to deport them, we were not expecting the immigration to deport them. Let the NIA deport them.
Nteltenyin tala bunda do ye do ko nyinke pruwolu ye ko menke nao chika ya lantol bulo kono pour ka quota mandi kantella karolante otala bitum wayra dita menula ena e woto woto woliye ko nyinke woliye bondi banko kan.
You see, this is extraordinary for the simple fact that you knew fully well that all you were doing was just intended to window dress this issue and bury it under the carpet.
Amunta lebe men ko to nun doron wala kanyin ko nyarandi kay tandiro ke ko albe ko kata kanne bari satara duma amanke wonyati pour ka molu nyama sansan doron.
But you knew fully well that this matter belongs to immigration.
Yes.
But the person you were giving directions to investigate was the IGP. Isn't that what happened?
Yes.
But isn't that wrong in the first place? This is a matter for immigration.
Yes.
And you bypass immigration and you ask IGP to investigate.
No. They were part of my council. And the police have better investigators. Maybe they be investigating other things. The immigration will investigate matters related to immigration.
Investigation si tamakulu kisi.
But
we just wanted some small information, but that will not be sent to the president.
Wasn't this an immigration issue?
We all know about it.
So who was the best suited to investigate an immigration issue? Was it police or was it immigration?
Immigration themselves.
Immigration ko jumala fam nyanda tar ako nyintala ka ko cases immigration number for police
immigration famale nyanta kala.
Okay,
down there,
but just here,
okay.
You knew fully well that immigration was responsible.
Yes.
Immigration nem marata kola.
Could you answer now?
Yes, immigration is the sole responsible.
Instead of tasking immigration to investigate, you ask the IGP to investigate.
No, that's a team.
Immigration na imo okay bari nara na ya ta ya di police.
It's a team.
Mr. Jatta,
when we if the police will come in, for sure the immigration will come in.
Police
will come in.
Immigration be ma belale, drug squad, NDEA be ma belale.
Sorry.
Mr. Jatta. Mr. Jatta, you are doing your somersaults again. You told us quite clearly that you tasked the IGP. You did not task any other institution. So don't try to change the situation. You tasked the IGP. You never asked immigration to investigate. That's the truth.
At our meeting, yes. Now we are going to turn again. When I have turned to the left. Look, this is a task force. This is a team. When we do things,
there was no task force.
The purpose of mentioning the IGP here.
There was no task force.
The police. No. Wait. This is our internal thing.
There was no task force.
No, that's not task force. What I'm saying, but the police were the most senior on the ground. So what we have all this.
Baboucarr, that is. You know that statement is not administratively correct.
Okay.
You know that.
You tell me because you know about it, not so. Look, I'm telling you, there's no hard and fast to the implementation
of police. Are not senior to immigration.
What? No.
Exactly.
There were attempts for the police to come under immigration.
Yes, but that didn't happen. Baboucarr, you said you asked for investigations, but you asked the wrong institution.
Okay.
You agree to that?
You agree.
And even though the 8 killings or the 8 dead bodies that were discovered, that act was not investigated. You know that.
Hani nyawo nyafa o mo seyo nyi me alon ko ye falo. O baro nyi fam ku le me alon ko aman kisi kisi.
You know that. You know it was not investigated.
What we do in security, we have a small bit of information that we gather.
On
the last year, was it that NIA guy who was able to provide the list? He would have been in trouble, not so.
Look, if you people knew that he had the list, probably he would be dead.
He would have been in trouble.
No, he would not be in trouble. He'd be dead by now.
That's trouble.
Oh, that's trouble?
Yes.
That's end of trouble.
Not end of trouble. But I have the list with me, and I'm holding to that list.
Okay, produce the list, Baboucarr. So you don't have it with you?
Holding information.
Okay, we would say...
Even if I have to keep it.
Baboucarr.
For what purpose?
Let's exercise discipline and you just answer questions. Calm down and you just answer questions.
Okay.
But after the death of these 8 people, you knew that there were other West African migrants in your cells.
Honestly, up to that Monday, I have a clue that they were with us. If I had known that, I would not accept it. I would tell them to come wherever they want to. But it's a perennial problem, even at the prisons. You meet somebody.
Let us not muddy the waters.
No, I will not accept it. And hand over to me.
Baboucarr.
No. Baboucarr. Yes, go ahead, please.
Throughout those days, the government of Ghana was making requests.
Yes.
Did you ask about the others who were arrested?
I did not know until the Ghanaian Foreign Affairs Minister himself came here. He met the president. And what the IGP told me, he appealed to the president to release those at police line.
Do you know that these people were not immediately killed? The rest of the group were not immediately killed. They were killed over a week later.
Systematically. I said systematically. This is what I get to know that. How comes I couldn't know that there were Ghanaians being detained at the police line? One up there, the new one.
The new what?
The new police line.
Police line Kutoto.
Which was where?
The old one is by St. Augustine's. The new one is by Crab Island.
Crab Island
Crab Island?
Crab Island. I'm going to Crab Island End. There are police lines.
Police line full along.
Yes.
They were kept at the new lines.
New line.
Do you know where New Lines is?
I know New Line. Yeah, I visited that place.
Where was New Lines?
New Line was Crab Island.
Crab Island.
The one at St. Augustine's is the old line.
No, that is New Lines.
Remember St. Augustine's line?
Then I was referring to that older one.
They are almost adjacent.
One
is on the left, one is on the right.
No, not exactly. That's the mosque area. They are next to they share a fence with St. Augustine's.
Yes, that is, it
then you have the fence of the mosque.
Shares fence with St. Joseph's and St. Augustine's. It's demolished now. That is New Lines. Okay. And Old Lines is right next to the mosque.
After the mosque, going towards Crab Island.
Yes. So I
still address
they are adjacent to each other.
But I think that one is New Lines there. Okay.
So
that's police barracks.
I was born and bred in Banjul.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I came from Tujara.
No wonder. No wonder you thought it was near Crab Island.
Yes. So I questioned the IG. I said, do we still have these people around? Forget about this. Give this to the immigration. If the judge hadn't called me to tell me that the foreign affairs minister was here, I wouldn't have known.
Baboucarr, are you suggesting that throughout your period as Minister of Interior, you did not know that these West African migrants were killed in this country? And that they were not deported?
We know that. It did not take lie. It did not take. No. Already there was a witness too.
No, Lord. There
was an escapee, and you see, for every crime you commit, people can trace it through somewhere. I don't know, it's been traced. We had a witness. That guy had make that noise that the others were being shot dead in this country. Something has happened, and that for those of us who don't have access to talk to the top and so on, or who are in charge.
Are you privy? Do you know for a certain that the police participated in this massive cover-up?
For sure, because certain information cannot be answered.
Do you accept?
And I know that they have tampered with diaries.
Why? Why did they tamper with the diary?
Sit on information.
Who supervised that?
If we couldn't get any, IG is responsible. If the state questions about it,
I missed what you last said.
If the state has the question about what happened, I should be questioned. I know for sure.
That is why we are asking you.
When we have flip-flop answers and questions from the services, how do you come to a conclusion? By sitting on a board and putting things together, we will know what really happened. For sure, when this boy said this until Jongla said, I was convinced that that will be a cover-up for sure.
Baboucarr, do you think you are an effective Minister of Interior? Or you are just a figurehead who was just there, not knowing what was happening in the institutions for which you were responsible?
Look, I have been an effective leader. You see, when you talk about leaders, talk about the quality of leaders and their characteristics. When you give me an okay.
From the answers you have given, it appears to me you had no clue what the IGP was doing.
I'm coming to that. Yes. Let me answer you first. Allow me to learn.
Do you accept that? You did not know what the IGP was doing. Baboucarr.
Amunda silande woto ngamirantel kanna sorla lu sem fonyo.
Wala haket.
You clearly did not know what the IGP was doing.
Yes.
You even did not know how many people were killed in this country.
Yes.
you clearly did not know that the IGP was in fact one of the architects of these killings.
Andu hani kabi fana nga sene ya telefona ko imalon ko IGP memo police la nyaton ko tin wo wato lanu atele nyim ko nyimbe fondo mangoti.
Yes.
But you knew that the government was covering up its actions.
Andu yenyillon ne ko masakunda membe nu jamaralo lanu ila baro nyi membara yi menke ibe ko nyinta ka ne ka mabo.
Yes.
You gave a blind eye.
Inata na finginte ya tamande ko nyim kono.
Yenyakasi.
You gave a blind eye to what was going on.
Yenyakasi ko nyinkan membe ke kan.
True?
Tonya?
You were not interested.
Mesula.
Fine. Let me just answer that. IGP. To be directly under me. I did not disregard that he should not be talking to the president. But we were able to control this. I was able to control this order service chiefs. I cannot control the IGP because every the state house is answerable to the president.
IGP Marano. Luolung abe state house akedanku president.
Yes, he should be answerable to the president.
Atonya asidan kuno president olale.
Order is used.
What?
Kodola.
What? Bari.
It is his duty to inform us what's going on.
Yumwala longkunto duno leti puru ayentul fanalu kalamutandi kuola membe kering.
But sometimes for 3 months I will not see the IGP.
Tomorrow la katale fukarisa bambuka IGP jenyala.
What do you want me to do?
Silambe munekela.
If you take a man of that caliber,
he
has no idea whatsoever on police duties.
Take him
to lead the police.
What do
you expect? Crisis. Every time we have to readjust a demand, keep adjusting demand.
You knew he was a non-killer.
He's a lone?
He was a known killer.
He was known for killing.
Yes.
You knew that.
But I can't count on what incidents did he ever kill.
Of course, you know about Almamo Mane.
Yeah, you are. Thank you for reminding me.
He organized and participated in the killing of Almamo Mane. And this is common knowledge in the military.
Almamo Mane lafa atele bengo be tabi landi ku atele ko nyimbeta landi andung nyimu londi la mialon ko sojar kundado jamaa along.
I was involved in the planning
of the killing.
To arrest them.
And then?
He would have done it neat. He would have arrested all of them like what happened to Landin Sane. It was decided that I take the lead. And I said, I don't go to the State House by this time. When they see me, it could be another problem. To arrest these people, send somebody who knows the State House. So it's when Malia Musa Jammeh, Usman Sonko were assigned to
Who assigned them?
the President's office, because this is State House.
The President's office does not assign. It is the people in the President's office who do so.
President.
What's his name?
Yaya Jammeh.
And in fact, he authorized that these people, that Almamo, be liquidated.
That could be an instructions. But if we had gone by my plan, they would have arrested him.
Those who killed him are known to the state. You were what at the time? You were CDS.
CDS.
And Almamo was killed by soldiers.
And
there was not one interview of any one single person who knows something about that killing. Correct?
It was stated.
What was said? What was stated?
From our own information on what happened.
Was there an investigation?
There was no investigation.
That was wrong.
That was
we have to make sure we have a clean record.
Okay, sorry.
There was no investigation.
Yes.
And that was wrong. That was wrong.
The culprit was taken to the court martial, and their names were it was investigated.
Who? Was Landing the culprit?
For Landing they were all taken to court martial. He has the opportunity to explain what happened.
Mr. Jatta, we are not talking about Landing Sane. We are talking about the unlawful killing of Almamo Mane. You people did not investigate that. True or false?
Official investigation, no.
Under the rules of the army, wouldn't it have been necessary that that matter be investigated and the facts established?
They
were from the Almamo, those who were involved, Musa Jammeh and others.
Just answer my question.
They were called to the military police to give their statements.
There was no investigation.
No, for direct investigation, no.
And that was wrong.
It could be wrong.
Could be wrong or was wrong?
Okay, was wrong.
Right. So just the same way, that same person who was involved in the execution of Almamo Mane, Usman Sonko, was also involved in this.
He was involved.
And you knew he was a killer.
Yes. The mere fact that that was done under his command or him through himself is responsible. And on this
particular occasion, with the Ghanaians or with the West Africans, you all knew that these people were executed. You may not know all the details, but you knew these people were executed. That was true, correct?
Just said you suspected that these people were killed. If I know, I should be able to provide a list of names. Knowing is like being on the spot. We know what transpired. We know that something has gone terribly wrong.
You kept a blind eye. You knew that the Ghanaians were being misled.
Yes.
You knew that the government did not intend to carry out any investigation.
We said that a fish rots by the head. So if the head was whatever.
And it stunk very badly.
Yes.
But all of you,
yes,
all of you wallowed in utter silence and misled the whole world about what has happened.
Yeah, for sir, now it's being exposed.
And you were all just interested.
Can you please?
No, don't answer.
No, I'm just putting it off.
Please do.
Put it off. Let me just.
Just hand it over. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just hand it over.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
What was your question?
My question is, all of you just kept silent. You were only concerned about preserving yourselves and your positions. True? Have no further questions.
Let me respond. What would be your reactions if you were in that position?
I will resign, Baboucarr. I will not be part of the murder of people.
Thank you very much. I mean, you have
thank you.
Given the back comment to the
you will only resign because you know you have the tendency to have overjoy.
Hold on a second, please. We will go on. Thank you, Council, and thank you, Mr. Jatta, for your testimony.
Okay.
If you can just confirm for me and for the Commission to take some, among others.
Okay.
Come again? 2 takes, and among others that I gather from his testimony, from your testimony. First take, you just would say yes, indeed, yes, you confirm that. Test number 1. Or take number 1, sorry.
Take number 1.
That the state of the Gambia sanctioned the extrajudicial killing of the West African migrants by agents of the state from State House. On the instruction from the President of the Republic, Yaya Jammeh. Do you confirm that take for your testimony today?
Yes, that
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for confirming that.
The mere fact that the matter was not investigated.
Yeah, thank you.
Chairman, just give me time. And the fact that we all suspected that it came from the State House. We have the fear that things must originate from the State House by the junglers. Establishing a unit for that purpose was definitely wrong. I have said that in the TRRC, the Second Republic was marked by civil disobedience.
Masakunda fulanjango munta kang sombalia doku la karola.
We overthrew a constitutionally elected government.
Ngaman sakunda memboyindi molle karteo faika asindi.
And what did you expect?
Oto sila beji kila munela.
Well, the president couldn't trust the Senegalese government.
President manjiki Senegal nkolu la malela.
They don't trust one another.
Anything
that comes from that end is crisis.
Thank you very much. As I said, I was just seeking confirmation of my of the first take. The second take from your testimony is that the state of the Gambia established and orchestrated an elaborate scheme to cover up the crime.
Ye fero londi me ya lon ko nyim masiba jawo menke
with the active participation of senior officials from the security sector. Would you confirm that take from your testimony today? These are two takes among others that I'm not doing. I just want to make sure that we have this for the record, that my counsel is taking you through it. But I just want to mention this from this chair.
Laftale ka bonna sirangoto jang nganyim kufulo me nyinin ka pour ke sayandi ay lankenema ay long laftole la wala nga nyinin ka.
Let me just add something to it.
Mbal ngado la faje.
Chairman, initially when we were in the army,
Chairman follow birindu nda sojariatu.
Whatever goes wrong, we got to the press and analyze what went the consequences of all this. With a course of action. This is what I used to do with my deputies, especially Lieutenant Colonel Samsidin Sar. When we gave our back, things have changed. You see, our security chiefs were putting their foot down. Accept certain things and help the man. You allow the man to do everything by himself. Oh, sir, there's an attack from that end. He has to do all the analysis, the president. Pressure started mounting. When I went to the interior, I would have relieved him of all this problem to operate as we used to do in the army. But unfortunately, appointments of senior officers to this police is questionable. This is one major factor why things couldn't move as it should. Bring a young man, a major from the army, to lead those senior officers in the police. I was told to send one of my major, Omar Obimbai, I refused. Let the police manage themselves. If they had been listening to me, although I'm not that much great, we would have a plan on how to handle these issues. What is most important is the analytic aspects of security. It was not forthcoming.
There's another thank you very much. But there is another initiative in the pipeline on security sector reform. Whatever reform recommendations we come up with, maybe we will touch on this, but there is an entity that's involved in security sector reform matters.
Yeah, man, we are going to call you on peacekeeping.
Mr. Chair, before you give the commissioners, there's something I omitted to ask.
Please go ahead, Council.
You mentioned Balo Kante.
At the time of their arrest, we thought that we've shot civilians. We did not know who attacked us.
Did you go to the NIA to see Balo Kante?
I visited them to see who these people are.
Who did you go with?
No, I went alone with my orderly. And I was given Jobate to take me around and see these people.
Did you at any point in time go with any of the senior officers?
No, it was my deputy, some citizens who were with Colonel Baji, President Security Advisor.
Did you hear about what happened there when they visited?
Yes, he himself has apologized for kicking Balo Kante. He came to me and he said so. I said, okay, now, don't go there again. But they used to give me updates.
And Balo Kante was tortured, wasn't he? Baboucarr, there is nothing like a small kick.
He apologized.
It was uncivilized behavior.
Well, you see,
wasn't it?
That was wrong. We wanted to get facts from them, and if you start torturing them, you will never get facts. The purpose of
Barlow Kante was being tortured at the time, wasn't he?
Well, he said he was tortured at the NIA, but I thought that was wrong. We want information from them. The only way to get information from a prisoner of war, even the assurance that he would be alive.
Was he in fact a prisoner of war?
Every category, yes. When he was being picked,
he was just a captured criminal.
No. At the point of contact where he said he was picked up, there was some shooting with the company led by Peter. As they go to Farafenye, I got an information that we've shot a civilian.
We have all those details. All I wanted to know was what happened at the NIA.
Okay.
And just like you have described it, Mr. Sarr has also confirmed in social media, well, allegedly confirmed on social media, that he kicked Barlow Kante. And the description is minimized, but Barlow Kante said he was brutally beaten by Mr. Sarr. So, yes. But for whatever it is, he did hit Mr. Kante, and that was unlawful.
Yes.
Did you reprimand him?
I'm saying.
Yes.
He has apologized.
Did you reprimand him?
No.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the right thing to do?
I told him that you don't do this.
So that's a reprimand.
No, reprimand means for us, as far as we can say, punishment.
No, that's a reprimand too.
Okay, all our reprimand is you do something else, we reduce your seniority.
That's a demotion.
Means of punishment. We reduce your seniority. We cut your pay. Okay. Creating offenses.
Okay.
You will be charged and taken before the commanding officer. He'll find you guilty.
Okay.
You know, then they will deduct your pay.
But you know that was conduct that was unbecoming of an officer.
Yeah, but he came to me and he was...
Don't answer the question.
For sure. I'm trying to also connect.
That is conduct that was unlawful.
That's unlawful, but he accepted it. And I called the DG. I said, sorry, this was not what should have happened.
Thank you.
We should trust you people, and we can't come in and start interfering with you.
Thank you.
You called a meeting to say sorry to whom?
To the DG. Those investigating the NIA.
Not to Barlow Kante.
Through the DG. But not to Barlow Kante. Chairman, at that point in time, we were very much annoyed with these people. The only thing is we should not do much about it. Because what I told Peter, get them alive. When they went into the guard room, we had an RPG to blow that guard room. Our armory is next to the guard room. The bombs will be landing in town.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, if you have any questions, please indicate. No, she wasn't asking. Yeah, Commissioner Carr? Oh, sorry, Commissioner Samba, go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, Chairman.
Chairman.
Baboucarr.
Baboucarr.
Ntelafta mien fole wala mnyintiko foibe tubi sainola ni mol mem fata ila molye pour ye yamfe.
But I want to tell you, will you apologize to the people whose relatives were killed here?
Certainly, ma'am, I will do that. Why? Especially for the Ghanaians. Ghanaians were my mentor in the name of Mr. Pastor Dongkong of the Glory Baptist. He did everything to help me when I was fired from my job. He offered scholarship to my kids. Aka scholarship or dindingol. When you go to the Ghana town, I gave them IDs. And I know Pastor, one old man there, the one we knew since we were young. I've forgotten the name. That was why after this event, during the AU sensitization,
Wala nabirin ko batala EU la faham nyo fahamundo be kerin tu.
We met at the beach. I pacified them for the trauma they went through. So it was like some elements of sympathy at one side. We do communicate. The old man's name, he's late now, he's called Akwasi. You know, we certainly, even if for nothing, we have lived with this trauma. Anytime you mention the Ghanaians, we do get panic. The statement I made on this recording, we deported them. In fact, it was as a result of some little bit of anger that came from Basiru Barrow's coup d'etat. Since I left the service, every day Baboucarr Jatta le mofa.
Every day Baboucarr Jatta has killed somebody.
Towards then I was not even going to, I don't have Facebook, I don't want to deal with this thing. We were expecting the investigators. Because during one of our briefings with the president, there was an envoy sent to the Gambia. That was when the president told me that this investigation is going to go to ECOWAS. You see? But yes, still, I wanted to have some little bit of information, and he said, do everything for them. If they are interested in some information from your end. And as when they come, he said they will come. That was when we knew that, okay, let's wait and see when they come. Well, it was early days, I think the first month or so. So we were very worried. I have a serious apology to the Ghanaian community. I will certainly apologize.
Because I
really hope on that, because all these killings was not done in your absence.
Because
when these people landed here, as we heard,
all those
who visited, who went there, had this information that these people are migrants. So if someone goes there, 1, 2, up to 3 people, and the same thing was said to all of them, so all of you leaders who were involved should have gone to your main leader and informed him that these people are migrants. Their ship was here, that's why they came here. But how I see things, how things went in those days where you people were after one another because of positions.
Because Yaya Jammeh
at that time was a hungry crocodile. Whatever happens to go into his mouth, he will swallow. You people were also not standing for the interest of the Gambia. You were just interested in yourselves.
Because Gambiano be nyanta to be sailor foreign national because in Kafolo alia foreign national higher. Wole kana molfa yara fang atel fang me alon kal mo Gambia dingol leti almun namba kilin fa kilin nyoleti atel fang le ka molfa.
So we should apologize to foreigners, because what we thought initially was that foreigners were hired to come and kill Gambians here. On the whole, it was our own brothers, our own blood, who were killing their fellow Gambians. So this is why you should apologize. This is what I can tell you. I don't know what you have to tell me.
Madam, what you have said is just right.
Madam.
In every situation, we should be very transparent with what we do. But sometimes when you observe, why this case?
But tomorrow
only one case. Migration matters has ever been a problem here. We've been traveling to Belgium to talk about IOM, on this IOM affairs. But if something happens and a drastic step has been taken, it resonates into the security. I am telling you, if you kill as a soldier and not counsel, other soldiers will frustrate you in the barracks. And if you give the soldiers the course to analyze what their bosses were doing, that's a recipe for crisis. After 9/11, we were supposed to go to Farafenni to fight these rebels. I had to go myself to Yundum Barracks to convince the soldiers to go. Some were saying, you want to do, if things go wrong, you want to leave it in our hands. So our protection also should come from the top. So but if you decide to leave, another one will come. We say soldier man dies, soldier man take over, barracks remain. System the same system did not go correctly. And every day, when this system started coming up, panic. We do feel panic. I only hope my name will not be mentioned there. So if the state cannot protect us and expose us, the whole world will talk about it. But if we had done it right, maybe today there will be a tap on our back to say, well done. Look at the case of Lajola. I did not wait for the president to give me instructions. I went out with my commander. We were picking this information from the radios from the ports. But at the end of the exercise, President Watt came here and decorated every Navy officer. I said, minus me. He said, no, you have to be decorated. That's a tap on the back. This is what we should be doing. But then, if anger leads, we are very sorry. The force of this kind, look at the magnitude. That was serious, madam. Thank you for that question.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Commissioner Kinte, you have the floor, please.
Commissioner Kinte, lafta nyinin karo kela.
Hello, assalamu alaikum Baboucarr.
Assalamu alaikum Baboucarr.
Ntolnga kala mutajang listo meng sotota mosiaral.
What we came to understand here is the list is more than what has been said.
Andung kulungo fanankono momeng to fota ko ya konti ya kunna konti o finansia bata listotile.
And those people who were on board the ship, the amount of people who were counted is also more than what was written on the list.
Kulungo ko taworo ne woroula.
According to the information from the ship, they said it was 67.
Bari kaito mem bara wala account talulu nin fulate manyosa bobe world.
But the amount of people we got from the Bara was 51, 52. This is what was being said. What is being said?
Me ya soto kairaba we talulu nin kilin soto.
The person who got the list from Kairaba said it was 51.
That's very
clear because the names were written and the countries they originated from were also written. But what you said here, you were saying about 36 people that you have got a list. Is that what you really said, 36 people?
Pre-OTAN 36 odinna.
When I was given that 36.
And the first one team followed in.
That was the first list which was given to me.
But list on Santon, that for 40 something, 42 or what? I can't remember all.
But later on the list, there came more names. In fact, it went up to 46. I cannot remember all the names.
Hence, they said these people were scattered in Bara and they were arresting them. So I assume that the information was coming whenever they arrested. But now, I was telling Esa, but now something. He said 50 some. Esa said something higher than that.
67.
67. I was shocked. I was really shocked. That list has gone to that stage. No, this is serious.
Nganyum fanam faham ko service chiefs nyolu ibe danaka ibe benu poro tole biribe nyunu bondila kulunkono ke sambananduma.
I also came to understand that all the service chiefs were at the port when these people were disembarking from the ship coming to shore.
Baite kame yitandi na wala munyinte ko ite mantara kala mutare mfanko service chief nyol bo tole foi o mol receive anina te la nyameng imam fengo fen longol.
But what you are telling us is that you don't even know, you were not aware that the service chiefs were at that port and receiving these people. You were not even aware of what was going on there.
No. Commissioner Tojam.
I had it at the commission here.
Usman did not tell me that he did not tell me that he was at the Navy headquarters.
Usman amafanya katebe na bako no sojaro la kordato.
Now I am convinced.
Barsa in lata la ko.
The president was informed prior to me talking to the president.
Ye nyinki baro di president wala hani janninte nga kumafaye.
Because nim president onata murunkan.
Because if the
president come back to me.
If the president nim president onata murunte kang.
To ask me about that migrants.
When I
have given a wrong figure,
I'll
hold my service chief responsible. This is the situation. They were hiding from us. Anyway, let me say they were hiding from me. Because they said I'm too mouthy. That's not like mouthy, keeping on state secrets.
Bari ite listo men soto woto yewo soto no nyaadi le birika kolu maboma ite nata harje nyaadi le fo listo soto tan sabani woro anata tapo tan nani anim fula.
How did you get that list? As far as you said that they were hiding things from you, how did you get that 36 list which later on added up to 46? How did you get that?
Yeah, NDEA, National Drug Enforcement Agency, Ibebe Barala Fane personal store. So they are linked to their boss. Immigration is linked to their boss too.
Immigration and NDEA.
So I will always take the highest figure. I saw that that's increment going, but at certain stage it stopped. And honestly, when I had that paper in hand, I was waiting for the IG to submit his. It never happened.
I followed him. I tried with him.
But then, unfortunately, this is what we face at the ministry. When you talk to other ministers who came before me, they also tell you their own problems. I think if it had past this moment, there would be no need for an interior minister. The president will be the interior minister and the minister of defense.
President Damang afansike minister ti memmarta banko kanko la anin kanto nin tanko.
Enyum fanam foko imalo nunko be kairaba anendula kote ngolto barila kumulu kono koteke inata foko ila kala mutaro be jele ko benum police lines. either new or old lines.
You said you were not aware of these people being at the Karabab station, but in your narration, you said you were aware that they were at certain police stations around, at certain places. You said that in your narration.
No, police.
All and new. All and police at the police line, all and new police line.
Inatana kato kila banka long menu be police line. Jellemu anila Kenya benyadi.
Did you later try to find out those at the police line? What was their condition and what was going on?
And what number?
And what number?
Mba kalamta imam fem fonyade. Baref Ghanaian Foreign Affairs Minister Nata Jang.
I wasn't aware. They didn't tell me anything until
I went with George Christensen to meet the president.
Then I met George Christensen.
I was in the country.
President. I was in the country.
I was not invited. They called the IGP.
The IGP Lekili.
I think George was also running his investigation. I should think so.
This
is where they said that there were some Ghanaians at this police line. When George came out of the meeting, he called me. He said, well, we expect you to be here. What's that? He said, our foreign affairs minister is here. He had just talked to the president. I said, if I'm not invited, well and good. He said, talk to the IGP. We have some men at the police line. Let me say police line. I don't know which one is one. And he's here to pick them. The IGP went and handed it over to them. When he came, I waited for days. He did not tell me anything. I called him. IG. Why I was not detained at the police line. He told me that the Ghanaian minister came to appeal on their behalf and they have handed all of them. I said, how much? He did not give me a figure. What's the list of names? He did not give us a... I said, how can you then identify these are Ghanaians? There could be this sub-regional personnel who could communicate in Ghana, in Ghanaian language. Nothing. I said, okay, you can go back. I was really frustrated.
Bari woto akamunte ka funyele ko mo baluri ngolu sototale Gambia mansa kunda menu di Ghana mansa kunda la pour essayer.
Correct. Is it so? Which means that there were people who were not executed, who were alive and were finally handed over to the Ghana government.
It's in my statement.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
yes.
Because
what we came to understand, according to the information here,
Gambian agent contact no.
Because the three people who initially left the boat to go and buy a SIM card so that they can contact their Gambian counterpart.
Labango inata wala lubula samba fo border or whatever itata Senegal. In Senegal.
Finally, I think those people were taken to the border and were released, and they went through Senegal.
But hanibi kachamang nyemol memo ma dunda Ghana government bulu kata kachama fo sako asi hapo fono.
But still, up to this point, the people who were handed over to the Ghana foreign minister, who went along with them, it has not been mentioned in any statement, or nobody has talked about it, or even to know the amount of people who were handed over.
And in Christian temo, ika itendi na nyame wala munyente ate la no soto e ndunga damada manung ibebula la kolu konole ke bondi benuto.
And between you and Christensen, you didn't give us anything, and maybe he would have involved you in whatever was going on so that everything will come out clearly.
Iman kibari so that fanambulu nyimol memo ma beniola ye di Ghana man sakundala mo jellem.
Didn't you get any information from him to know that how many people were handed over and whether as far as they were alive?
Andung ekenen Ghana Ghana town called Temo for Nyame, ini Temo. wala fo man kibar soto to fana bankalo ye mo kende jelle di Ghana la Gambia man sakunda men di la pour ye murunde Ghana.
Didn't you get any information about the number of people who were handed over to the minister to go along with them back to Ghana?
No.
That's what I was saying.
Level.
It got to a stage, whatever they told me, I did not believe.
If these were people who were migrants and were arrested and were documented, you went down there, how the handing over happened, I don't know. He said here they have gone with the Ghanaian Foreign Affairs Minister. I said, by how? By air or by land?
Akwele dronko ye di Ghana la minister la membe ni mbanta la banko lutema. Nka nyadi itata nyadi le kuluntila la lomba mfosila juma.
List, even the list.
And he told
was not recorded. And he told me to recorded too. But he said no. He just went and he told the police, let them go. Hand them over.
Nka nyanta savela la kohani hani.
Nka just like that.
Ne di police wala. Nka je wonya dronga koha.
That's it.
So mo nanga mo ete mo lon bunda o bundala.
You don't know
the
exact number of individuals involved.
Thank you.
Yeah, they do hide away from me.
Thank you, Bishop. You have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Baboucarr Jatta.
Numbara Chairman, Mr. Baboucarr Jatta.
Did I hear you well?
Funga mo ile kuke bang.
That when the IG Usman Sonko informed you about the incident. You asked him whether the president is aware. Did I hear that well?
Yes.
As Minister of Interior, why should such an incident be reported to the president?
Sometimes you wonder how things were going, but I said so. The president knows more than I do. There were instances when he would question me in cabinet about certain things. He was saying that you are not monitoring things. I said, how can I monitor when a person who cannot even do this job is in the forefront?
Let
me quote one incident. I told the IGP I would need a report of all the crimes in the country quarterly. First 3 months gone. He gave me 3 series of 300 and something. 6 months later, the report I get had an addition of only 7 people. But when I went to the presence of, I met at the president of the cabinet, he gave me the full report. I saw that and I called him. He said that was a mistake. One thing I will understand. When they are under me in the army, I will never give 1 inch. In the case of Almamo, he took all the property, thinking that he's going to divide this between the wives. Binta came to me to complain about Sonko's case. And I warned him, I don't want to hear you talk about this. This is the case of we are either going to go to the Kadi or we apply the military rule. Get out of this matter. There were incidents the president, as state guard commander, said the president gave us some 200,000. He took 50,000 out of it.
silo dol so na president yo wuli keme fula dinna menno ya lon ko leba ala bunda ala do ko la kantarola ate kum kilingo de las wuli tallu letaje
not knowing that I'm going to send a receipt.
Amalo tumo konte nyanta mbe receipt o kilale.
When the receipt went, it was proven.
Birin receipt o tata ya tambindi ya londi.
The president said, let him leave the state house.
President Okai bo state house.
He said I should fire him. I said no, wait.
We collect
the money and reprimanded him. But it did not take long when he said he wants Sonko back.
But Amani made President
see me as somebody who was totally against them. While I'm trying to put them through. So many incidents also happened with the NI. As colleagues, I went down to them to tell them that this is wrong. The late Marina was telling me that don't you know that even the president, I have his documents. I said, how about the accounts? So we were always at war. Our heads were hit together. Anyway, did I answer your question?
Well, it's very disheartening to know that people that are in positions of authority could simply not perform their duties satisfactorily. And the case of the migrants is one point. Because there was no need for the matter to be taken to the president. This was a simple thing of, people who were dumped due to no fault of theirs in a foreign land. These people, the least that they should have deserved from this land was protection. It's so sad to hear the people in positions of authority are not capable to perform their duties.
Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you.
Sometimes, let me answer to that.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I thought.
Sometimes when you look at the system, by virtue of our appointments, you wonder why this particular case. We have been deporting them. We've never had an incident of murder and so on. Why this particular case? I am 100% sure. I doubt the security chiefs. Somebody had to tell the president that these are mercenaries. In 1995, when Naisise was the DG immigration, some South Africans came here with a DC-9. Came with black hats and hoods. They landed at the airport. We were alerted. We went down there. We told them that what were you doing here? So they are here for business. Whom do you know here to lead you? We look at them, these are all able and fit young men. He said, sorry, I have to leave. The president was in Nigeria. Wrong information was given to him. I don't know by who. They were orchestrating for the dismissal of the DG NIA, the immigration.
Immigration la nyaton ko ni so bay do ko
put a foot down
lotan singola
and it was cancelled. The DG did nothing.
Amanna ke kadu di wo nyaton ko nyamam fenke.
We were alerted.
Yen sobinda ko.
But you see how decisions have been taken.
Bari ya jele ya marol ka ke nyaminjam.
Decisions are not taken in the right manner.
Ibuka kuntondiro ke nyala mi ka nyanta kala wala nyam wala ka bonan santola.
You see, those be resilient, allow them to do their job. There is no sign and symptoms of these Ghanaians being combatants. Why this time? At the end, to washing matters, the investigator was directed to wrong people. They should not. Leave this with us and you see what's going to happen. We will give them medical treatment because I like that some of them were very tired. And feeding. Finally, give us money to feed them. We'll consult the embassy or consul. But sometimes we would ask them if you have anybody here to guarantee your stay in this country. We will process you and give you residential status. That will in fact assist us running around trying to keep the logistics. And the funds were not there. But under these circumstances, there was no command and control over the forces. Every security service is acting on its own.
Pardon?
Every security sector is acting on their own. All this would have collated at the national security level. Then we would have fought away. But in the absence of this, chaos and confusion. Now look at our image has been dented. And there's nobody to rescue us. But thanks for the TRC. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. And before I give the floor to Imam Jallo, did you say that you suspected some security officers must have been the ones to tell Jammeh that the migrants were mercenaries?
I should think so. Because who is sending this information to him? It's not the police or the IG who has access. It could also be the IG. We don't know who was given information. Sorry. The other time I came to the TRC, we had a short meeting with SFL on this November 11th thing. He gave me very good information and I appreciate that. Because I was pursuing one answer, question and answer. For how many years? But here it leaked.
Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. Imam Jallo, you have the floor, please.
Commissioner Imam Jallo,
thank you, Chair. Witness. All the service chiefs of the Gambia at that time knew that these people are not armed. They cannot be rebels. But you deliberately shut your eyes and saw them massacred in the forest in the Gambia. Now, what do you think is the rationale for this? We have several intentions for murder. Ritual killings.
Farola.
Murder. I want you to tell me if there is any other possibility of an other intention for murdering these innocent citizens.
Lafreya fanya fani ngata fo nya jiko hamodo verambeje pour ka nyimo melongo e mamfenke ke fa o nyaaw ni ñaar ndo ñaam.
It is definite that these people were not armed.
Ni seneyata ko nyimol jorantebul.
They had no evil intentions against the Gambia as a nation.
Man konnante han kilin soto e Gambia banko e.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Abaraka baga Commissioner.
There was no spirit of ritual killing. But I can tell you, Jammeh really suspected the Senegalese. Whatever comes from Senegal, out. But when Mbale Kante and others were arrested, others were also handed over when there was no extradition treaty between us and the Gambia.
But what do you Mbalo Kante mutana nyol? Ye mutale purke seni na banko kang atara hani femmantara je mi alonko wele safe kaita neko Gambia ni banko kotangol tema ye sembo de la police momur ni na nae kuja oke.
I have also mentioned that it could be an operation that went terribly wrong from the services because of money.
Aske no doku tele doku jawba mi alanko yake nyintango bundala karola femmati na kodo.
Once they were exposed,
kabri wato na yela ko be lankana
the whole thing took a different turn.
Ko be na ta falen koteng.
I don't know. I was just trying to imagine.
But
I have the belief. We went by our heart and not the head. That has given us an ample problem. I cannot steal. Figure out people who have no characteristics of an armed attack. They don't even have identification of an identification to invite to identify one another. Arrested by few police officers when they have outnumbered them. And it looks like they are also trying to assist, sort for an assistance from the police. Who knows? And they have taken their passports. They have no documents with them. Where did they end up? After that, what happened? Why didn't they hold the others who were coming and slaughtered them? Because this migration problem was a big problem for everybody. And who are always at the lead? With the security. They're also part of migrants. Yeah, they leave the job, they will not inform the authority. So this is one problem that we will live with. Yes, I hope you have answered your question. Okay.
Good. Thank you very much, Commissioner Carr.
Commissioner Carr.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank
you, Mr. Jatta, for your testimony before this commission. The first question I want to ask you is along the lines of the answer you gave to one of Commissioner Samba's questions. You mentioned that somehow anger led in how the issue of the Ghanaians was dealt with. Where was this anger from?
This anger must have touched the president. One, he doesn't trust the Senegalese. And washing matter, whoever tells the president these are machineries has caused a serious problem. And he acted.
Sa funa nata kuke wo kola.
Look at what happened during 11 November.
Sa jibe dolo minketa November karo.
You see, once you start killing, once you kill one figure,
yaje niye mo killing fa.
You will kill 2.
Ibe fula fa.
You will kill 3.
Ibe saba fa.
You become a serial killer.
Sa ibina kila moti mi abe kila moti delta kamo.
And if nothing comes out of it, you will continue killing.
Anu na trefe mambo wo kuo kono. Ibe continue dronka molfa.
Do I take it that you mean anger was always one of the reasons how that influenced how Jammeh dealt with issues?
Inability to take the right decision. You see, as a head of an institution, all we need from you is ideas and decisions. When something happens, you take your time. These people cannot, even if they are mercenaries, they have failed. If they had used this diplomatically against whether Senegal or Ghana or Togo, we would have got a tap on our back. But decision matters at the head of everything. Because information will be coming. That would, some information would satisfy you. Others would be bitter. So now, to read between the lines, whoever is in the head, you are on your own. You must decide and decide fast. And your decision must be decisive. But well, if that is lacking, those who are holding you fast, you say that's straining you. You have the other people who will take care of you. Now, although we know the security is committed to this, they fail to play their role as usual. Now they have packed the pack on the Jammeh's head. How can he take this off his head? That's why I say in everything that we do, decision matters. Did I answer your question? Okay.
The next one is, I have several questions, but let me just end here with this question. What's your biggest takeaway?
Nimiso. Regret.
And what do you regret?
I regret that I have never been given the chance. And the bulk of the problem has been thrown to us. I am 100% sure that if you ask Jammeh what happened, you will also push the problem to the security. Now who is going to carry the load? Him. He's the head of this country. He's the head of the security, commander-in-chief. If they had arrested some of us for giving the wrong decisions and taking the wrong actions, we will all straighten up. But whatever wrong thing you take, for some bodies. But if others do the thing, discharge them, arrest them, beat them. But others, under the corridor of power, they were given the liberty to do anything. Is that not the case with the junglers? There was a time they went to Senegambia, started causing big trouble there, disturbing everybody.
What is your Senegambia
That was when I was out of the service. Drinking, smoking, jumper anywhere they want. Was that right? No. Carrying weapons all over. That was wrong. So somebody would have put his foot down. Control that. All cost. We have told them that we would not allow this. We took the risk. Something went terribly wrong that he told me that I have to sort it out. I said, sorry, I cannot. I got fired from the army. I did not regret it. Because mentally I was so tired. Physically I'm going into this place.
Thank you. I hope your experiences would be a lesson for all of us, especially for those who are serving in the security forces. And thank you for answering my questions.
Thank you, Mr. Jatta. If you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed. Imam C, you have the floor. You have indicated that earlier.
Imam C left Kenyaninka.
Koto Baboucarr jërëjëf.
Thank you, Koto Baboucarr. We are thanking you for giving your testimony here. I have believed that you are not wicked somebody. But you are very slow.
We are
thanking you, and also I have a question to ask, but I want to ask the council. That is about the Ghanaians. They have mentioned here almost about 51 people, 61 people.
am fi lim bi nga 51 ñooñu des nañ fi ci Gambie.
And also the second list is we have about 51 who are in the Gambia here.
Seen des bi itam déggoon nañ am na juróom-ñetti ñu ñu rayoon Burfoot.
And also the remain is we had that there were about 8 people that were murdered in Burfoot.
Am nañ 9 yi nga xamantene ñu ngi ko suuloon foofu ci boori guy googu.
And also there were 9 people who were buried beside the tree.
Fi reccoon itam am na juróom-ñetti nit ñi àndoon ci àll bi.
And also the one who has escaped along with 8 more people.
Dégg nañ itam am na juróom-benn yu nga xamantene ñibbi nañ Sénégal.
And we also heard that there were 6 people who has returned to Senegal.
Am na ñi nga xamantene itam atte nañ leen ku fi waxoon dembu moom dañ ko atte woon ba mu delluwaat.
And also there were people who were taken to court, and especially there was one who gave testimony yesterday.
Léegi man xam naa ne su fekkente ne leerul ma li ma bëgg a xam mooy ndax 51 yu yëpp fii ci Gambie lañ des ak ñoom naka lañ desee parce que lim biñ dégganee matut 50 yu dee.
What I want it to be clear to me is that the 51 people the 51 people that were the 51 Ghanaian people, where they remain in the Gambia here, and if in the event that they remain in the Gambia, how were they able to remain in the Gambia here?
Léegi ñi ci des ba nga xamantene mat na 51 ñu dee ñoom la man bëggoon a xam naka la lim bi demee.
Also the remaining ones, that is 51, I want to know how that list took effect.
Parce que seen jappa bi ñu wax na ñi am nañu nekkoon police, ñi am nañu nekkoon Kayraba, ñi demoon nañ kër Baba Job, ñi fu ne.
Because what happened is those people who were apprehended, it was mentioned that they were taken to, some were taken to Baba Job's residence, some were taken to the police.
Lola don't like.
This is the question I want to ask.
Perhaps the best thing would be to answer this question after the lunch break.
Lui gen moy pour ñu laccé tontu sa laccé bi ni.
Suñ delsé suñ agné ba delsé ma tontu laccé bi.
Comme ça me min kala nim botan nan konton lan sinela ñinin karo ñi jabi.
Laccé bu important la.
La ñinin karo ñi nga kumata bakale.
Amna solo lol.
Kumata bakale.
Suñ delsé dina ko tontu parce que def nañ tojat nañ ko be xam mbir mi nim téré
nim murtanan sa jabi katu ko nga ko nyimbe nga kono jibele nga long mum abelare nyami.
Council, I'll grant your wishes. If I thought we were going to finish with the witness here and then get the other one to come and we conclude that one perhaps in a very short session. But is it really your wish, to continue with this witness and answer Imam C's questions? And do you intend to bring the second witness in the afternoon? That may not be possible. If we come back, we probably would just stay with you answering Imam C's question. Anyway, give me some indication.
I think we can take another witness, Mr. Chair, the IGP, just to tender the diaries, and then we leave it at that.
That would be a short one.
Yes, could be a short one. Would be a short one.
Yeah, fine. Then we can take the lunch break now, and they come back at.
He has to. You had given him the opportunity to say a few words.
Oh,
but
yeah.
This would be his third bite at the cherry, so he better makes it short.
So
thank you.
Okay, so Imam's answer would be with Jatta not around. Okay,
yes, after lunch.
Splendid, splendid.
Thank you.
Mr. Jatta.
Time is yours.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead if you have.
Do I have to answer his question?
Yes, indeed.
What did you, please repeat it.
No, the question was not addressed to you. It was addressed to the.
I was addressed to you.
Council.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Chairman, thank you very much.
Chairman,
you are welcome.
For this gathering. Well, this is a lesson for all of us. For every Gambian. And most affected are with the security. You say resignation always as Esa would like it to be was never the option. At difficult moment, stand firm. There'll come a time. Things will be very easy. Atrocities were committed very seriously. This issue of Ghanaian was never ever coordinated or controlled. We do not wish to see ourselves exposed like this. But as soldiers, we have one rule. If you use us for an illegal order, we will show you the way where we can lick and let it go. I have discussed with the ESA. We said this, the illegal orders that administers the armed forces, where at one time they can say, you are going to go to the Supreme Court based on the Commanders-in-Chief's decision are murder, treason, rape, terrorism.
Supreme Court. Ni taraje ise tumi komi ye mole fa ngani yo kay pareta kay mo fa ya mari fa aninka masakunda bwendi anim fana ka nyapinka mo kan komi muso ka nyapinka ngakan. Even these junglers, if you talk to them, they were not happy with killing.
And if a soldier kills, he will make sure he leaves a trail behind. Now, how did some of these people escape like that without being killed? That is why to be firm and fair is always the rule of thumb. Otherwise, you will be exposed. You think that we are doing this undercover. We are not. We are under the world's camera. No one let's hope that this is a traumatic moment for the security. Not only do we have to apologize to the Ghanaians, we have a lot more to apologize. You know, we've committed so much atrocities. We couldn't even account for it. Now, our case has passed the TRC now. Our case is in the hands of the Lord. We may ask for forgiveness. Because whatever we do, if we don't tell the TRC, it will always be in heart. It will never come out. Let me quote an incident. Musa Jamme, Malia Mungu. He met me at a point. He told me, look at me. This court martial every day, Musa Jamme. On the whole, it was taken on his toe. He was just drinking. He was not cancelled. So we are most affected. And we want to thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for bringing us there to at least investigate such issues. My best regards goes to everybody in Ghana, anywhere ever the Ghanaians and other Senegalese. We say Senegalese were there, Nigerians were there, and as part of those killed. Or they have escaped or be released. The mere fact that we put them under trauma, I would like to say we are very sorry.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Jatta.
Mr. Jatta.
And so, do you have any procedural matters to raise before we take a break?
Yes, I would like to ask that the video that I showed of the interview between Mr. Baboucarr Jatta and Mr. Omar Wali be exhibited as Exhibit 202.
202?
Yes.
Okay. Indeed. Thank you very much. My request granted. We will take a break and resume at 4 o'clock. Is that enough? Do we have enough time for that, Council, for the next witness?
Converge at 4, and I'll answer the question. We would have to check whether the IGP is still available.
Yes,
Our
indeed.
appointment with him was 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, that's what I thought. Okay, fine. We will resume at 4 o'clock. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, Mr. Jatta. Okay.